Welcome to my channel, my dear lovely seniors. How are you doing today? I hope you are feeling wonderful. Please do drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from and how you're feeling. I absolutely love reading your updates. Today, we need to have an honest, heart-to-heart conversation about your daily walk. I know we've all been told that hitting 10,000 steps is the golden ticket to health. And don't get me wrong, walking is fantastic. But here is the hard truth that your doctor might be too polite to tell you. If walking is the only exercise you are doing after the age of 60, you're likely still losing critical muscle mass. Your bone density is likely still dropping, and your risk of taking a dangerous fall hasn't gone down as much as you think. I realize this might sound discouraging, especially if you're diligent about your daily walks, but please stick with me for a minute. I am not telling you to stop walking. I am telling you that walking alone is not enough to save your independence. You see, once we pass the age of 60, our muscles can become somewhat stubborn. They essentially go deaf to low-intensity movements like walking or gardening because they are so used to them. To actually build strength and stop the aging process in its tracks, you need to send a much louder signal to your body. Today, I want to share two specific, science-backed exercises that experts agree are non-negotiable for seniors. These movements do what walking cannot. They force your muscles to wake up, adapt, and grow stronger. The first movement is what we call the sit-to-stand. This isn't just a squat. The American College of Sports Medicine considers this the single most vital movement for older adults. It builds raw power and functional independence in a way that shuffling along a sidewalk never will. In fact, research from major institutions like Johns Hopkins has highlighted that the ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands is a massive predictor of longevity, drastically reducing the likelihood that you will ever need assisted living. To do this correctly, sit on the edge of a sturdy chair with your feet shoulder-width apart. Cross your arms over your chest. This part is crucial because it forces your legs to do all the work, and push through your heels to stand up. Then, and this is the secret sauce, take 3 to 4 seconds to slowly lower yourself back down. That slow, controlled descent is called eccentric training, and it stimulates muscle growth significantly faster than standard rhythmic cardio. Aim for 3 sets of 10 repetitions 3 times a week. The second exercise is the single leg stand, which is the gold standard for fall prevention. You might be surprised to learn that walking on flat ground doesn't really challenge your balance system enough to prevent falls. A fascinating study out of Kyoto University followed over 1,000 seniors and found that those who could stand on one leg for 60 seconds had a staggering 84% lower risk of suffering a fall. This exercise also strengthens the brain. Research suggests that balancing actually stimulates growth in the cerebellum, the part of your brain that controls coordination. To practice this safely, stand near a kitchen counter so you can grab it if needed. Lift one foot just a few inches off the floor and try to hold that position, focusing your eyes on a steady point ahead of you. Your goal is to work up to 60 seconds on each leg. Once you master that, try it with your eyes closed to really supercharge your internal balance sensors. The reason these two exercises are superior to just walking is that walking is a maintenance activity, whereas these movements are building activities. Walking is horizontal and steady, but real life requires vertical strength, getting out of bed, climbing stairs, or getting out of a car. I had a patient named Thomas, a 71-year-old gentleman who walked religiously every day, but still felt weak and unstable on stairs. He thought he was doing everything right, but he was only maintaining his current state, which was slowly declining. We switched his focus to these two strength and balance exercises, and within 8 weeks, he wasn't just walking. He was getting down on the floor to play with his grandkids and standing back up with zero assistance. He was finally building the strength he thought he was getting from his walks. So, here is my challenge to you. Keep enjoying your walks for the fresh air and mental clarity, but 3 days a week, maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, commit 15 minutes to these 2 life-changing exercises. It's a small investment of time that pays off in years of independence. Research from the National Institute on Aging confirms that muscle strength is a far better predictor of how long and how well you will live than cardiovascular fitness alone. If you found this advice helpful, please hit that like button so more seniors can find this video. And don't forget to comment below. Are you going to add these movements to your morning routine? I'd love to hear from you. Stay strong, my dear friends, and I will see you in the next video.